Continuous coverage from Ennore, which is 35 kilometers of Chennai coastline, reeling under the oil slick. The first official version has confirmed the Indian Coast Guard officer telling India today 44 tons of crude oil has been removed till yesterday by volunteers who've gathered around Ennore. 2 kilometers off the shore, two cargo ships collide. These are the exclusive visuals on your screen. Empty Kanchipuram is from where the oil slick has happened. There's expected to be at least 20 more tons of oil in the sea. Although estimates have been given that by this evening this oil spill will be cleared. On your screen is a container boom that was first deployed to ensure that oil spill is contained in that smaller area. But with 60 tons approximately of oil slick being reported from empty Kanchipuram, it's been an arduous task since Saturday 4 a.m. when the first collision had happened. Marine lives being affected, also fishermen not allowed to go and earn their livelihood for the past 5 days in Ennore as well. It's been a camp of Indian Coast Guard and many volunteers and private citizens coming out to help out the administration to pump out the oil and clean the city. Around 80 to 90% of oil sludge so far has been removed as per the official version. 10.5 tons was removed till 31st, 29.5 tons was removed yesterday. It's rudimentary gear that the volunteers are using, with buckets being used to remove oil sludge as oil is now closer to Ennore coastline. So buckets being deployed, human chains being formed, and it's an arduous task that's been going on day in and day out. Many of these volunteers have gathered as part of a call given out by the administration to help out in the effort to clean up the coastline. And it's a momentous occasion, one is also seeing, of private citizens participating to clean up the Ennore shore. Let's go across right away to my colleague Akshata. But before that, India Today gets you this exclusive report from the spot where the collision took place. My colleague Akshayanath getting us this report.
In one of the most exclusive footages that we are getting you from the Bay of Bengal, I'm 6 kilometers away from the Ennore port, and it is seen that for the first time we are having an eyewitness of the incident right in front of us right now. Shankar had gone along with his men for fishing that day, and he had witnessed the entire accident, the two ships colliding closer to the Ennore port. Shankar, அன்னைக்கு என்ன நடந்ததுன்னு கொஞ்சம் விவரமா சொல்றீங்களா?
அன்னைக்கு ஒரு 3 மணி அளவு நாங்க வந்து தொழிலுக்கு வந்தோம். இந்த எண்ணூர் ஆர்பார் கிட்ட ஒரு 2 கிலோமீட்டர் தள்ளி ரெண்டு கப்பல் மோதி, ஒரு கப்பல் ஆர்பார் சரக்கு இறக்கிட்டு வந்த கப்பல், எம்டி கப்பல் ஒன்று வந்து சரக்கு இறக்க போகிற கப்பல் ஒன்று வந்தாங்க. 2 கப்பலும் நேருக்கு நேர் மோதிக்கிச்சு. ரெண்டும் வந்து மோதி ஒரு கப்பல் ஒன் சைடு ஆயிடுச்சு, சாஞ்சிருச்சு. அதில் உள்ள ஆயில் என்ன பண்ணால் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி விட்டாங்களோ இல்லை அதே உடச்சிச்சுன்னு தெரியல பைப்பு. நான் அதுக்கு ரொம்ப அந்த இருட்டில் தெரியல. ஆனால் ஒரு 10 அடிக்குள்ளே தான் நாங்கள் பார்த்தோம். கப்பல் வந்து ஒன் சைடு ஆகிட்டு ஆயிலாம் ஊற்றுது, பம்பு செட்டில் ஊற்றுற மாதிரி ஆயில் ஊற்றுது. ஒரு அரை மணி நேரம் இருக்கும். 4-5 போஸ் கார்டு வந்து நேவி வந்து கப்பலை இழுத்துட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. 4 மணிக்கு அந்த கப்பல் தெரியுது பாருங்க, இருக்கு பாரு, அதான் அந்த கப்பல், ப்ளூ கலர் கப்பல், அடிப்பட்ட கப்பல், ஆயில் ஊற்றின கப்பல். அந்த இடித்த கப்பல் அது போயிடுச்சு. அன்றைக்கி போயிட்டாங்க. இந்த கப்பல் தான் இருக்குது, அடிப்பட்ட கப்பல் தான் இருக்குது. அன்றைக்கி அடிப்பட்ட நேரம் 4 மணி, காலையில் விடிய காலம் 4 மணி.
Shankar here is telling us that the incident happened around 4 a.m. in the morning on January 28th, the Saturday, and it was seen that at 3 a.m. when this gentleman and his crew started to the sea, very soon after they saw a head-on collision between an empty ship that was coming from the Ennore port and the other ship which was loaded. The ship that is now there, the blue ship that he is identifying, was fully loaded and was coming there, and both the ships had an head-on collision. And after the head-on collision, this blue ship was toppled to one side, and the oil leaked from it lasted for close to half an hour, and they were 10 feet away from the incident is what Shankar is telling us. And he said that close to half an hour after the incident, 5 naval and coast guard ships had come and anchored the boat and had later driven the ship into the port. And now you can see the identified boat still here at the Ennore port, and Shankar and his crew are saying that this is a very major incident that has cost their livelihood. People are not buying their fishes, and now even they're not able to go to the sea because of the oil issues that happens to the fiber boats as well as their net. From the Bay of Bengal, closer to the Ennore port, with camera person Daniel, this is Akshay Nath from Chennai for India Today. A heavy oil spill at the Bay of Bengal is the talk of the town now. And now we from India Today are going closer to the location where the actual incident happened. This is the place where the two ships collided, and I am in a fishing boat closer from the Bharadiyar Nagar fishing hamlet, and these fishermen who are joining me now will be telling us the story and also their plight through the last couple of days since the Ennore oil spill has become the talk of the town. It is seen that right where the accident happened, the oil spill started, and now it is seen that towards the shore, the oil has been getting to the shore, and now most of the people there are facing huge difficulties. They have not been able to go to the sea because the oil spill has been stopping them from using their nets as well as their boats. And now the big question is, how will the government of Tamil Nadu answer this question? What will they do for the fishermen here to sort out the problem that they are facing now? What is the answer that they're going to give to the people here about how this accident happened? We have been trying to contact the port officials, the government officials, but so long no answers have been given to us. With camera person Daniel from Bay of Bengal, this is Akshay Nath for India Today.
Meanwhile, DMK upping the ante. DMK MP T. Elan Govan has earlier spoken to Supriya Bharadwaj of India Today. They have said that they will take up the issue in the parliament, also saying that they would now plan an agitation if the oil spill is not contained by the government.
The first reaction from the port authorities were that there was no oil spill in the sea, which is very bad. People see oil spill there, and fishes are dying, and fishermen could not go to the sea for fishing. Without considering all these things, the government's reaction was on the wrong side. They should not have tried to hide the fact. So that shows the intention of the government. Government is so lazy and they don't want to take steps. There are scientific methods to neutralize the oil spill, which they should have used, not by lifting oil in buckets. That is not the way to remove oil from the sea.
The government should have stepped in a war-footed manner, because we see that they are lifting, removing the oil spill over in buckets. When technology had developed to this extent, it should have been done faster. And you know, the reactions or the consequences because of this spill will be very much bad, and to recover to normalcy it will take more than 2 or 3 months. By that time the fishermen would suffer, more or less the ecology will also be damaged in a broader manner. So I think the ministry should act in a very swift manner and should take the necessary steps. And our party, our working president has insisted that, and I think we, at least hereafter, they would act in the manner required.
India Today continues to get you the latest on the story. DMK, they're upping the ante against the state government. Also joining us is Chandra Mohan, who's an activist. Sir, thank you for speaking to India Today. We're looking at around 4 days of continuous efforts by the Indian Coast Guard and also the volunteers on the ground to clean up the coastline. But in your experience, how much time does it take, and what are the challenges they'll be facing at this moment?
See, first of all, our country is delicate for pretty much everything. Every disaster that comes our way, we are emitters. I mean, I don't even know why we have a government, why we go to move for, every 5 years and put these people in, and what is the port doing? You also know what happened. The shipping company asked for them to dock in the port, and for 2 days they delayed it. and because of that, the oil has been spilled into the ocean, and it is now.
There was an initial delay, sir. Do you believe there was an initial delay that led to this oil spilling towards the coast of Ennore and Marina Beach and the other spots that we are getting?
Yes, actually, it has spilled. If they had contained within the port, it would have been much easier. The environmental disaster wouldn't be this big. But of course, the carelessness, the bureaucracy is working in such a way that they don't understand probably they don't understand either the seriousness of the issue, or they just don't care. I don't understand. I mean, anybody with any limited knowledge will know that this is a...
Absolutely. And sir, just one more question before we let you go. Right now, where we're seeing is that the volunteers have gathered to help out the administration. They're using very rudimentary material and rudimentary equipment that is available to them. Although some of them have protective gear, but many of them just using buckets and putting this oil again in a plastic container. Isn't that also hazardous for the environment?
And the pumps failed. So that is the kind of preparedness we are in. So once that is left to do is volunteer. And volunteers, do they have experience? No, but they have passion to come and clean up. And they are, like you said, rightly pointed out, rudimentary, buckets and stuff like that to clean up an ocean. That is not the way to go about it. And what the government is doing till now is starting, to be very honest with you. This is not what we expected. The port is not taking responsibility. The Coast Guard, they are doing what they can, but even they are not equipped.
Be done, absolutely. This needs to be a wake-up call now. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and sharing your views.